Yeah, it's been a long night. Rex did not sleep well. Got new weather systems here. Well, I moved them. The tide clock just passed low tide, and this weather system here 58 degrees, 91% relative humidity. That's lunacy. We're having a new moon right now. Sun's been up for about 10 minutes. Rex has been up most of the night. Go, Rex, go. See, now he's going to take a left over there because he smells something. This way. Come on. So, lunacy actually is a word. It means that strange things can happen, perhaps even insanity due to phases of the moon. And right now, the moon is right next to the sun, which is behind that house, behind that cloud, across that ocean. There was a partial eclipse of the sun this morning in Russia, and we didn't have too many telescopes in Russia, but I found a great feed from Poland. Look at that this morning in Poland. Most of the action was over Russia action, right? Do you call that action? It's just the moon and the sun are aligned, and the moon happened to go in the face of the sun for a short time, mostly in western Russia, where shockingly we don't really have a feed. So this morning we have dense fog advisories in effect from North Carolina to Massachusetts and maybe even into New Hampshire and Maine. Fog is a cloud touching the ground, and it is often found with warm fronts. So what happens is the warm wedge of air comes in, and when you get past the warm front, well off to the south, the cloud is much higher up in the sky, but then when the warm front touches the ground, that's where you get the dense fog. And then if you go far enough north, the sun was out yesterday on the cooler side, although we're cooler because of the ocean effect. So the wind light from the east, water temperature 56, air temperature 56 at Blue Hill, said Matt Douglas this morning. It's hard to describe, but fronts slant up into the sky. Maybe I can find an illustration here online. And it's just not changing day to day. That big western storm too far west to really get us in the ridging. And there's so much going on, just like a few days ago. We got to watch the weather coming from the west and the south and the southeast. I've been calling it PSTS, potential subtropical swirl, is passing Bermuda this morning, and it's going to go over our benchmark, that is 40 degrees north, 70 degrees west, just southeast of Nantucket. This is where often our benchmark strongest storms go, but this is going to be nothing like that. It's going to be what I've been calling a swirl of air, and there may be a light wind from the east and some more downpours coming at us tomorrow as that goes by in the afternoon. And also that big storm from the west tries to bring in wind from the other direction. So we're really in between systems with not much giving here over the next 48 hours. But then high pressure is going to come in here on Thursday, and that looks like nicer weather. Though it's a cooler air mass, we're going to turn it right side up. So the warmer air right now is high in the sky. Did you know that Nantucket yesterday, when the cloud thinned at about 12:30 in the afternoon, it got to 76 degrees? And that's a record high temperature on Nantucket for October 24th. And today, where the sun is out in northern New England, we're going to be in the 70s. Just so much interesting dynamic happening. But on Thursday, when that wind comes in from the west and northwest, here at the shore, we will be the warmest because we'll have downsloping wind and the air will be dry. We'll probably be in the 60s. And then a cooler air mass comes in with high pressure, cool nights coming back, potential frosty nights here Thursday night and Friday night. And the long range, we have a strong high pressure system coming in. And there are going to be several more systems to the south. Another, what is snowstorm coming into the northwest, is going to be over the central plains, and a potential tropical system, more pure tropical system, could be off the southeastern United States. And each of those trying to lift north, and there's still a great deal of uncertainty after what looks like a nice weekend. We'll probably get back into showers around Halloween. And then, the guidance went kind of crazy with what's going to happen as we get into the second week of November. with a huge cold air mass plunging from the North Pole into the central United States and potential tropical action at the same time. And it looks like we get away with no huge storms the second half of October here, but the first or second week of November could be a totally different story. All right, I drove around a little yesterday evening looking for some fun things to show you from Halloween decorations in our town of Weymouth, Massachusetts, where the fog had already come in and wasn't this dense, but I'll leave you with some scenes from that. I know there's a lot more I meant to talk about. Time just flies when you're having fun. Just remembered one of those things. Check the temperature, 56 degrees, same as Matt. Oh, yeah, we forgot to get the rain gauge, 0.14. But you know, on Sunday morning, we did show you that potential 4 inches near Hartford, Connecticut. We said somebody might get 3 to 5. That's usually what happens when you see that kind of thing. And sure enough, parts of Hartford County did get 3+ inches of rain. Rocky Hill yesterday. Last 2 days. Dewdrops on dill seed. Mostly just rolled on that because of that gull. Jet plane, a little bit of thunder, 4 o'clock, Monday, October 24. Little tropical connection. Dense fog too. Now you can't see the fog on this side, let's look on the other side. Got a sailboat that's in the water. Visibility maybe quarter mile or so. Not much wind. Fog and thunder not that congruent because fog is a sign of stability in the atmosphere, cold air near the ground, as opposed to cold air up in the sky. But we have both cold air near the ground, then some warmth, then some cold air way up in the sky. How about a couple crows? Ah, ah. What's that, Rex? What is that? It's like a snake coming out of a fish. Rex, what's that? Who's that? Looks like the Wicked Witch of the West. She fine. I want to come back here when it's windy. Pretty cool. We have to go this way just so we can see her profile. Yeah, I've really never been to a field hockey game either. But we just wanted to come over and look at the fun in the fog on a Monday night in October. Almost Halloween. It's pretty fun. Hey, you're allowed to pick it up. Where's she going? Gotta admit, I don't know how to play, but it looks fun. Fun in the fog in Weymouth. Halloween colors.